My name is Ryan. Today is October 11th, 2017, approximately 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is a video tutorial to go over the purpose of this exclusion exercise. We're using Diesel Pro's Bozeman as an example here. And what we want to accomplish here is to exclude specific applications and exclude or include specific part types. And then we're going to map those exclusions to all the products that are in the data set, and that's going to help us decide whether or not we show or hide these particular products. The focus here is this is a diesel niche site, and we want to take a lot of products. We want to narrow them down to that niche application. So we're going to do that in two ways. We are going to do that by excluding by vehicle application and by excluding by specific part types. Let's start off with the easy one first. So part types. What we have here is we have a sheet called part type exclusions, and this is the category tree that DCI provides to all of their product data. So products are assigned to these product categories. There's a total number of 1,038 total categories, and each of these end with a specific part type, which ends up being the end category itself. So what we have here is we've got a bunch of types, and these are what we want you to take a look at and go, all right, should we include them or should we exclude these categories, these part types? So a good example, maybe emblem. Maybe emblem is one of those things where you're not really focused on selling a bunch of tiny emblems that are, low profit. Maybe you don't want to sell those. There could be another one example where you might have cowl scoop. Not really sure how important that is, but that might not be something that you want. And you put exclude right here. That's one method that you can go. You just go down by the types and you can do that. Or another method you can do is you can go by the number of products. So what I've done is I've given a count of how many products apply to these types. So you can take this filter here, turn on filters. Show you how to do that. You can go to the data tab, click on, make sure you're in the top row, click on filter. And then you can do this to go small, sort from largest to smallest. And you can see here we've got, these are the number of products. So 14,000 products are for disc, brake pad, and rotor kit. More than likely you're going to want to include that one. Floor mats, yep, probably want to include that one as well. And you go down the line. Now you can take the opposite and you can go from smallest to largest. And you can see that, well, we've got some things, including an error right there. We've got one category, it's got nothing. So, all right, well, let's exclude that one. Liftgate glass hinge, maybe you don't want it. But you can see now that we've got a lot of categories that only have one product in them. So we may want to consider excluding some of these categories, or not, like keychain. Exclude that. And what that's going to do is that's going to help us kind of start to narrow down some of the products. You might find a category here that's got 300 products in it, and you don't want to sell that kind of stuff. So you can do that. So that'd be one method, easy to determine which part types do you want to include or exclude. So we're going to use the word include or exclude in this list. Now, this one is a little bit harder, excluding applications. So for this particular project, Diesel Pros, we had some criteria. We looked at wanting to include Ford Power Stroke and Cummins and Duramax products that are 1995 above for Power Stroke, 1989 and above for Dodge, and 2001 above. So what I did was I took 1988 or 1989 and said, okay, anything with 88 and below doesn't have any applications above 88. We're just going to get rid of right away. And that got rid of a few, but not a whole lot. So then what we did was we took away, we excluded, we took the method of including things that we know of, like Dodge Ram, Ford F-250, 350, 150, Silverado, 1500, 2500, those type of things. We started including those. And then it started excluding things like Audi Quattro, don't want that. Go down to the bottom and you'll see some stuff for Kawasaki Ninjas, right? Some things that are very obvious. So we went through, took a couple hours and went through and did this. And what we've got is we've got things that are excluded and included. And to help you review this and go through it and make some changes as you see fit, I made some columns here to help you out. What we did was we took a product count. So anything that had these application here, this is how many products you have. The brand, most of these were only associated with a single brand, but there might have been some instances where there was double, but I'm only showing one brand to give an idea. And then the part type. The majority of these will only go to a single part type, so at least you have an idea what these were applying to. And that can help you make some decisions. So let's take a look at what we did for our include list. So our include list included things like this one was 2500. Actually, that's a mistake. I want to take that one out. We're going to exclude that one. We've got F-150, 250, 350. We got a year range that looks pretty acceptable here. If you go down through, you'll see that we got one that had C1500 pickup or C3500 pickup. Perhaps maybe you want that, maybe you don't. Not 100% sure, but you can go through this include list. What we'll find, though, however, is as we're doing this exercise, you're going to take a look at the product count. And if we were to take this and highlight all these, we'll see we got 13,385 product count just by doing this type of exclusion process and only showing what we're going to include. What we did then was we took out with the exclusion using this method. We weeded out a large portion, about 53,000 products, have been weeded out based on just their application alone. So that's really, really great in terms of narrowing down your product offering to your niche and not offering things for an Audi Quattro or a Kawasaki Ninja and things like that. So I would encourage you to go through, focus on the exclude, maybe do some searches for some other applications that that might be some edge cases. Understand that the best that we can offer is the make, model, and year ranges. This is the information that we get from DCI, and this is the best and easiest way for us to identify, include, and exclude those products. Once we have the exclusions done on this tab and this tab, then what we're going to do, and we'll do this when we get this back from you, is we will transfer that information over here, and we're going to say, hey, anything that is included or excluded is either going to be shown or hidden in the catalog. So those products will still be there so that maybe they can be activated later on, but we're going to only show those products that you want to include, and we're going to hide those products that you want to exclude. So hope you find this helpful in completing this exercise. Thank you.